Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON World official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, 19th chapter, text 6 onwards. So, this is from 6 to 16. These 11 verses describe Krishna saves the cowherd boys and cows from the forest fire of Munjaro forest. So, in this verse 6 it is said that Ta Auta Bhagavata Megha Gambhiraya Gira Sho Namnam Ninadam Sutva Pratinedu Praharsita. How happy they are, seeing the Lord calling them or hearing the Lord's call. So what happiness they are having, the cows and others. So in the translation it is said, the Supreme Personality of God called out to the animals in a voice that resounded like a rumbling cloud. Bega Gambhira Gira. Hearing the sound of their own names, the cows were overjoyed and called out to the Lord in reply. Tadadipati Gunadi, reciprocation of love. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur Sarada Santika says that this verse describes how Krishna rescued the cows. When Krishna looked at each cow and called out their individual names, they responded by mooing. Amba, amba, like that. Their way of talk, mooing. So Jiva Goswami Laghu Vishnu Tusan says, what happened when they found the cow is described. The crest jewel of cowherds called the cows to satisfy the cows and the cowherd boys. He called with a voice like rumbling of clouds, which is very deep, Gambhiraya. The word Gambhira describes primarily a deep hole in the ground. By analogy, it indicates the deep water in that deep hole from which the sound rising is deep in tone. The sound of the clouds is similarly deep. The voice of the Lord was similar in tone. He called the cows individual names in that deep voice with a sweet tone in Adam. Hearing that, the cows were blissful and made sounds in reply. So, in verse 7 it is said that Tata Shramadhat Dava Dhumaketu Jadrichaya Bhut Khyakrid Banukasam Samirita Sarathino Urvana Amukei Bileli Hana Stira Jangaman Mahan. That means suddenly a great forest fire appeared on all sides. Why the desire of the Lord? These difficulties are there. And threatening to destroy all the forest creatures. Like a chariot driver, the wind swept the fire onward and terrible sparks shot in all directions. Indeed, the great fire extended its tongues of flame toward all moving and non-moving creatures. So, Vishnu Thakur Sarada Santika says, just as Krishna, Balaram and the cowherd boys were about to take their cows back home, a terrible forest fire raised out of control and surrounded them. It is said that the fire was actually a friend of Pranamba. Like a chariot driver, the wind whipped the fire into fire's flames. So, Shiva Sanatana Goswami Brihad Vaishnava Tosani says that after that, the forest fire which had started previously now spread in the 8 directions, Samantat, or at the time or place, the fire arose suddenly, or by some fate. Some say that this fire demon was a friend of Pranamba. it seemed to destroy the inhabitants of Raja, or it seemed to want to live among the people of Raja since it entered Krishna's mouth later. Instead of Brajavakasam, sometimes Banukasam is seen. It destroyed with flames like a firebrand all the trees and animals, since it spread everywhere. So, in the next verse 8, it is said, Tam apatantam paritodavagnim gopasya gava prasamikya bhitaha ऊचुश्च कृष्णं सबलं प्रपन्ना यथा हरिं मृत्यु भयार्दिता जनः. That is, as the cows and coward boys stared at the forest fire attacking them on all sides, they became fearful. And the boys then approached Krishna and Balaram for shelter, just as those who are disturbed by fear of death approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The boys addressed them as follows. So, Srila Vishwanath Thakur Thakur in Sarada Dasantika says, remembering that Garga Muni had said, this boy will protect you from all dangers, the coward boys asked Krishna why this was happening. The phrase Gopas Gava, that means cowherds and cows, can also be read as Gopas Smagava. That means the cowards and certainly the cows, and as Gopas Swagava. This way they prayed for Lord's for rescue. Jiva Goswami Laghu Vaishnava Darshan says, seeing the fire quickly approaching, considering it fires and difficult to escape, the ordinary boys engaged in herding spoke. Siddhama and others would not make such a request since they were close to Krishna. When the fire came close, they surrendered to Krishna. They were frightened because they were with the cows. One person has Swagava instead of Chagava. Swagava is used instead of Swagava by the rule Ghost Striyor Upasarjanasya. Another person has Gopasma Gava. The word Harim indicates the powerful Ansa of Krishna. People suffering because of fear of samsara, not just immediate death, surrender to the Lord. The boys were afraid of separation from Krishna, not death, as in the previous fire. That will be clear later. So, in verse 9 it is said that how they prayed. Krishna Krishna Mahavira He Rama Amogha Vikrama Davagnina Dayamanan Prapanna Tratumarada. That means the coward boys said, O Krishna, Krishna, most powerful one, O Rama, you whose power never fails, please save your devotees who are about to be burned by this forest fire and have come to take shelter of you. So in the purport, Jiva Goswami Laghu Vaishnava Darshan says, they called out to Krishna as a person with great power, just as Pralamba had considered him powerful. Considering Krishna invincible, the foremost demon quickly carried Balaram far beyond the spot where he was supposed to put his passenger down. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, the 10th canto, 18th chapter, text 25. They called to Balaram, whose power is unfailing because he had killed powerful Pralamba with one blow of his fist. Another person has Amita Vikrama with the same intention in mind. You too can save us who have surrendered to you. They say this out of great fear. So I like to stop here with a request to subscribe, share, and like our channel and get the blessing of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna